Have you ever done something, in a moment of anger, that you wished you could take back? Something so small, yet the lesson it left behind changed you forever. Well, I have. And today, I want to tell you about a Saturday morning that I will never forget for the rest of my life. Growing up, our home wasn't the biggest. It wasn't the fanciest. But it was ours. My parents worked hard every single day to make sure we had what we needed, not always what we wanted, but what we needed. And as a child, I didn't always understand the difference. But on this particular Saturday, I woke up full of energy. The sun was bright, the breeze was cool, and all I had on my mind was football, after doing my chores, because in our house, chores came before everything. I grabbed my ball and ran outside, like the wind. We played for hours. The kind of play where you forget time exists. Where your legs burn, but you don't care. Where the whole world shrinks down to just you, your friends, and that ball. It was one of those mornings that felt absolutely perfect. But by noon, my body was done. My legs were heavy, my shirt was soaked, and my stomach was making sounds I didn't know it could make. All I wanted, in that moment, was food, good, hot food. My older sister was in the kitchen, cooking. The moment I walked in, and caught that smell, something in me relaxed. I asked her for food, and she told me to wait. So I sat down. And I waited. But the smell, oh, that smell, kept teasing me. Every few minutes, I'd peek toward the kitchen, convinced it had to be something amazing. In my mind, I was already planning it. I was going to sit down, say a quick prayer, and eat like a champion. I had earned this meal. I had played hard. I had done my chores. This food was mine, and I was ready for it. Then my sister called my name. I jumped up so fast, the chair nearly fell over. I ran to that kitchen, with everything I had left in my legs, and then I stopped. It wasn't what I expected. It wasn't what I wanted. And in that moment, something ugly rose up inside me. Anger. Pure, childish, ungrateful anger. I didn't stop to think. I didn't stop to consider. I just reacted. The sound of that plate hitting the floor felt loud. Too loud. Like the whole house heard it. I don't know who told my dad. Maybe my sister. Maybe he heard it himself. But what I remember clearly is the moment he appeared. There was no shouting at first. Just silence. And somehow, the silence was worse. My father was not a man who wasted words. When he spoke, it meant something. And when he was disappointed, you felt it in your chest. He reached for the cane. And I knew. I knew what was coming, and there was nothing I could do. That day, I cried tears I didn't know I had. But even through the pain, I think somewhere, deep down, I knew I deserved it. After a long while, when my crying had quieted down to just sniffles and hiccups, my dad called me. Not harshly. Gently. The way only a father, who truly loves his child, can. He looked at me and said, "I didn't flog you, because I wanted to hurt you. I flogged you, because I love you, and love, sometimes has to be firm. What you did today, was wrong. Not because food is more important than your feelings, but because you don't yet understand how precious what you have truly is." He told me about children who go to sleep at night with nothing in their stomachs. Children who would have been grateful for exactly what I threw on the floor. He told me that life will not always give you what you want. And the day you learn to appreciate what you have is the day you truly begin to grow. Something shifted in me that evening. I can't fully explain it. But when I looked at my father's face, tired from a long week of work, still taking time to sit with me and teach me, I understood, for the first time, what appreciation really looked like. It wasn't just about food. It was about him. About my sister, who cooked. About the home we had. About all of it. Years have passed since that Saturday. But I still think about it. Not with shame, but with gratitude. Because that little boy, who threw his food on the floor, needed that lesson. And if you're watching this today, maybe you need a version of it too. Life will not always serve you what you ordered. Sometimes it will give you something plain, something unexpected, something you didn't ask for. But before you react, pause. Look around. And ask yourself, is there someone out there who would be grateful for exactly what I'm about to reject? Appreciate what you have. Before life teaches you to, the hard way. Life will not always serve you what you ordered. Sometimes it will give you something plain, something unexpected, something you didn't ask for. But before you react, look around. And ask yourself, is there someone out there who would be grateful for exactly what I'm about to reject? Before this video ends, I want you to look around you. Your home, your food, your family. Someone somewhere is praying for exactly what you take for granted. And yet, they are still living, still smiling, still going. Let that humble you. Let that remind you. And let that make you grateful today and always.